can tell you here at Iselin, as we are now about 4 minutes away from the running of this 59th Iselin Handicap. And on the board, we've got co-favorite struggling here as you take a look at the 9-horse Proud Shot. And boy, he'd be a big price for someone today at 50 to 1 as he heads to the starting gate. The gate set just behind the 8th pole here, mile and an 1/8, the fast racetrack at Monmouth. Now the current odds presented by Auto Tote for you. Valley Crossing 7 to 2, Storm Tower at 2, Mighty Avanti at 14, Taking Risk 9 to 2. Walinda is actually the betting favorite in terms of money bet to this point. Northern Trend at 13. Then it's Cold Digger. It's a little known fact and Proud Shot, all at big prices. The horses are warming up and getting ready to...
These horses you can really count on. Walinda always gives a good run, often doesn't get there. Storm Tower had everything his own way last time. First time Lasix, first time blinkers, muddy track, which he loves. Valley Crossing's been off 7 weeks. Taking Risk been off 7 weeks. So it's really a grab bag at this stage. It should be a good one. And maybe a strategy might be to use, it's a little known fact, to hit the board in the trifecta at 25 to 1 for the call of the Iselin upstairs to Dave Johnson.
And there's Northern Trend, who ran a big race last out, actually 2 races ago, and didn't like the off track in his last start. And here is the oldest horse in the field, Cold Digger, who runs late pretty well. It's a little known fact. Best running late, Cam Gambelotti, who trained Spend a Buck, is the trainer of this one. Storm Tower has a love affair with Monmouth. He's been here 6 times. He's had 3 wins in 3 seconds. The 8-horse, it's a little known fact, doesn't want to get in the gate. Derry Boulanger aboard this this Kentucky bred, who's 0 for 5 in Florida this year. And Proud Shot is the last horse, Herb McCauley, aboard the number 9, who moves into line. Will be in mid-pack throughout the early part of this contest. And they're off in the Iselin. And Taking Risks, the Bud Longshot, stumbled just a step or 2 out of the gate. And as they pass the stands for the first time, Storm Tower with Rick Wilson on the inside, being pressed by Northern Trend with jockey Joe Bravo. Those 2 hook up early. Storm Tower at the rail. And on the outside, Northern Trend there, 7 lengths in front of the 3rd horse, who's Taking Risks, the Bud Longshot, who's recovered and now just about 7 lengths off the lead. It's 4 back to Proud Shot, who's racing 4th, then 7 back to Valley Crossing. Walinda along the inside is next, followed by Cold Digger on the outside. A gap of 2.5 to It's a Little Known Fact, racing 8th, and Mighty Avanti is 9th. There's about 23 lengths from front to back. Quite strung out, they move down the backstretch, and Storm Tower has shaken loose. He's got the lead with Rick Wilson aboard by 3.5 lengths. That's Northern Trend holding the 2nd spot by 7. Then it's Taking Risks racing in 3rd, followed by Proud Shot. 45 the half after a very quick first quarter of 22 and 1. And they go to the far turn, and Rick Wilson's trying to take Storm Tower as far on the front end as he can. But here comes the Bud Longshot. Taking Risks, gobbling up ground with every stride, and Taking Risks with Mark Johnston on the outside takes command at the quarter pole at 9 to 2, and Taking Risks on the outside now draws clear by 2.5, with Storm Tower dropping back into the 2nd spot. It's 2 lengths farther back. Proud Shot and Valley Crossing is flying out in the middle of the racetrack. They come to the 16th pole, and it's all Taking Risks. It's the Bud Longshot in front by 6. It's going to be Taking Risks getting the Iselin. The battle is strictly for the play spot. Eased under the wires, Taking Risks, the $20,000 claimer, who has a $250,000 in the bank this year already, now adds the $250,000 Iselin to his scorecard. Taking Risks with Mark Johnston, the Bud Longshot, home in 148 1/5.
Well, we said favorites beware. You saw it first in the John A. Morris when the horse returned $19, and now an upset here in the Philip Iselin. And it is Taking Risk, and what a great story this is. Taking Risk, the 4-year-old bay gelding, claimed by the legendary Maryland trainer King Leatherberry, as we told you, for $20,000 in November. Since then, he has now won 8 of 9 starts. He had $255,000 plus in earnings going into today. Add another $150,000 as Taking Risk, by the way, not Breeders' Cup eligible, unofficially wins the Iselin. Bob?
What set this race up was suicide fractions turned in by Rick Wilson on Storm Tower and Joe Bravo on Northern Trend. They went 22-1, 45, and sitting in the stalking catbird seat, loving every second of it, was the jockey of taking risks, Mark Johnston. He said, "Thank you very much," when Storm Tower chucked it. Northern Trend was eased. Walenda too little too late, and the easiest kind of win for a horse you could have claimed, ladies and gentlemen, for the bargain price of $20,000 a couple of months ago. How about that? Since then, he's won 8 races.
Joining me now is jockey Jack Ozon, who rides a Queen's Plate winner back.